Right, yo, hello, back with another hip hop reaction. For those zero people who watched my top 10 favourite rappers, you will have seen a somewhat unknown quantity to a lot of hip hop heads, I would say, or a lot of humans. And that was Sinister Stricken, who fluctuates in my favourite three. I can't remember if I even explained why. Mainly because I don't know. He feels like one of those guys who's kind of mastered the art and then recreated it a little bit. I feel like his influences are probably a bit War Cloud, who he's done numerous tracks with, Wu Tang, kind of Jedi Mind Trixie, the Lost Children of Babylon's, who he was connected with. That kind of esoteric rap, which I love, but there is something a little bit more about Sinister. I'd say the imagery that he creates for me is almost it's like second to none. Really is second to none, and he touches on all sorts of topics I enjoy, and a lot of it is profound. It's deep, some of it. So I was going to react to Sinister Stricken Temple of the Black Pharaohs, which was the first song of his I ever heard I think it was in maybe 2008, because I'd like moved to Huddersfield and I was checking people out on MySpace, and it was Amos, the Ancient Immortal, a dope producer who sadly passed away, a Polish dude, worked with loads of good artists. Worth checking his projects out. He always released like 3 projects. So Amos the Ancient Immortal. Yeah, so this he produces this full project. I can remember I actually thought it was him rapping when I first heard the song, and then I learned it was Sinister Stricken, London rapper. Oh. So yeah, I was going to do this song, and then I noticed some songs of Sinister's that were new, that I'd not heard, so I might have to have a listen to them after. We'll see. Right, so yeah, this is it. Sinister Stricken, Temple of the Black Pharaohs. Okay.
Yo, it's Amos, the ancient prophet, Sinister Stricken, stumbling alcoholic, drinking bottles of arsenic on the steps of the temple. We resurrect the mental.
That wouldn't have, that intro wouldn't have, got me. It would have been like, what? Drinking bottles of arsenic? Okay. What's happening now?
Yo, it's Amos, the ancient prophet, Sinister Stricken, stumbling alcoholic, drinking bottles of arsenic on the steps of the temple. We resurrect the mental. The last dance at sundown, we broke bread with the pharaohs, laughing in the desert, left bodies concealed in scarecrows.
But that's me hooked. The last dance at sundown, broke bread with the scarecrows. Yeah. Oh wait, what was it? The last dance at sundown, broke bread with the pharaohs. Something left bodies concealed in scarecrows. It's interesting because he's got such a London accent. Yeah.
The last dance at sundown, we broke bread with the pharaohs, laughing in the desert, left bodies concealed in scarecrows.
The last dance at sundown, we broke bread with the pharaohs, left bodies in the desert. Oh, I keep forgetting it. Never mind, let's go.
So bring the bad panic and all display the mayhem. My atmosphere crisis, rolling dice in Bethlehem. I'm born dead by dawn with a mouth full of thorns, and now a swarm of black crows hovering surround me. I'm the darkness that dwells inside the light. Illuminate opposing forces, casting my reflection into night. Go callous, promiscuous, left crowd spellbound. The rapper once so riddles up like death, quite complex. Awoke in torment, dissolve it back into antiquity.
So it's lines like that. A walking torment dissolving back into antiquity. That's beautiful. It's just something about it.
The rapper once so riddles up like death, quite complex. Awoke in torment, dissolve it back into antiquity. Connect with hermetic laws, outshine in my divinity. Ascend into the heavens, transverse the universe.
And the way the beat flips there is nice. It's probably worth saying his earlier stuff is still slightly poetic and definitely got imagery to it, but it's more got that conspiratorial, esoteric edge, which I would say at that time it was years after I'd heard the original Jedi Mind Tricks album, but I was always like trying to find something that was as good, that was esoteric and as good as that original psychosocial, chemical, biological, electromagnetic manipulation of human consciousness album. Because the Lost Children of Babylon, they started re-releasing their old stuff on Baby Grand, and it was interesting-ish, but it didn't hold my attention because their rap skills just didn't grip me, whereas Sinister does and did at this point. But this is early Sinister, I'd say. Well, early for me, and he does get better as a rapper over the years after this.
Absolute power corrupts me absolutely. Draw blood from my eyes, describe these future prophecies. We sat with ancient kings and divine hired. We stole fire from the sky with the
Bit of a chorus.
back to the wise, let filthy pagans undress. Draw blood from my eyes, describe these future prophecies. We sat with ancient kings and divine hired. We stole fire from the sky with the sorcery I possess. Gave back to the wise, let filthy pagans undressed. What the hell did you expect when these higher minds connect? Rain havoc over tracks, break backs and snap necks.
What the hell did you expect when these higher minds connect, break havoc over tracks, break backs and snap necks? Or something.
What the hell did you expect when these higher minds connect? Rain havoc over tracks, break backs and snap necks. I'm fourth reincarnated inside the tabernacle. Break loose from the noose and rip out my Adam's apple.
I'm fourth reincarnated inside the tabernacle, break loose from my noose and rip out my Adam's apple. Naughty.
Reincarnated inside the tabernacle, break loose from the noose and rip out my Adam's apple. Spitting bloody saturated war lyrics, carry through
That spitting bloody saturated war lyrics. It's just good.
Rip out my Adam's apple, spitting bloody saturated war lyrics, carry through centuries by fallen soldiers, dead spirits now reside inside my chest. I'm highly blessed. Expand my diaphragm into the form of a pentagram and summon dirty devils to stagger forward awkward.
So he does this thing where he doesn't always rhyme as well, and he does it quite well. Again, he gets better at it as well as the years go on, and that's kind of like a war cloudy thing.
Of a pentagram and summon dirty devils to stagger forward awkward. I walk with a hawk on each arm to stalk with. Projecting my thoughts to remote locations. Only in deep meditation do I reveal my presence from the essence. Studied under ocean biology through denied the wisdom from which the truth you seek. Of a higher discipline we watch fools rush in. Dancing with the wolves drenched in sheepskin. I grow wings, transmutate into a trance-like state. Levitate over the seven planes and burst into flames.
I grow wings, transmutate into a trance-like state. Grow wings, something over the something planes or something. Yeah, he's dope. Again, I speak in an English accent. Northern, he's got a southern accent. I grow wings, transmutate into a trance-like state. Trance-like. I grow whereas I'm trance-like.
Smother night vision, wings drenched in sheepskin. I grow wings, transmutate into a trance-like state. Levitate over the seven planes and burst into flames. Smother night vision with a cataclysmic blast. I manifest the dark arts from the mystic past. Draw blood from my eyes, describe these future prophecies.
It's only a two verses. For some reason I thought it was going to be a three. Yeah, great song. Child. All of those dudes are connected to the Wu. And then there's some other dude, Six Sense, who's... I like him. He's multi-syllable. I think... Yeah, he's alright. He's alright. Semantics, the sorcerer. Is he a British dude? ATMA, who's down with the Lost Children. And Jar the Baptist. Anyway, right. I'm going to react to some more Sinister tracks, but there's the first one.